It is a night of anger and mourning in the Bronx. Hundreds gathered for a candlelight vigil in memory of Doll Johnson. The 80-year-old grandmother was beaten to death on her way to church. Police say they have the killer thanks to the quick action of an angry crowd. Rosanna Scotto reports.
We tried. How were we to know that in the daylight, serving God, she would be attacked?
There were tears as friends thought about how Doll Johnson's life was ended. The elderly woman walked 3 blocks from her apartment in the Morrisania section of the Bronx to her church on Sunday afternoon. But right outside the gates, police say, a homeless ex-convict hit her over the head with a pipe, dragged her behind the church, beat her to death, robbed her, but couldn't get away. Dozens of people from the homeless shelter and from the church grabbed him.
We all ran downstairs, grabbed the guy, kicked him, punched him, did anything we had to do to get him off the lady.
People know the difference between right and wrong, and what happened yesterday was absolutely wrong. You know, it was barbaric. And to these people that come to this woman's aid, you know, shows that even in a neighborhood like this, that a lot of good people live here.
Christopher Batiste was arrested. It now comes to light that he has spent time in a mental ward and was convicted of burglary, robbery, and assault. Now he's charged with murder. The 33-year-old lives in the homeless shelter right across the street from the church, a shelter which houses more than 700 men. No official wanted to talk with us, but a few who live there describe Batiste as emotionally troubled.
It's not really him. It's the drug that he does. It's
What does he do?
Dust.
Yeah, he smokes
Angel dust?
Angel
Yes,
dust.
he does.
And the dust
Not
that
the white.
when you do dust, it brings out the other side of you.
When she couldn't hurt him, you know, if he just had a knife and just cut the straps and took the bag, he didn't have to do it that way. He didn't have to do it that way. The shelter has to close. You understand what I'm saying? There are kids that go to St. Augustus Church, and all these kids have to be escorted adjacent to the shelter.
Doll Johnson was very active here at the Salvation Baptist Church for about 50 years. Now the pastor and her friends are trying to figure out how to say goodbye to one of its most beloved members. From the Bronx, Rosanna Scotto, Fox News.